Hey everybody, today Uber came out with the next step in their 180 days campaign. Let's talk about it. Hey everybody, Mark here with uberhints.com. Uber just rolled out the next phase in their 180 days. Some of it is a chance for a lot of us to make more money. If you want to jump on board, become an Uber driver, find out how at uberhints.com. There are all kinds of bonuses, guarantees, and other incentives. If you sign up, please use my referral code. Now, for those of us who are already drivers, let's see what Uber has in store for us now. A lot of us may have gotten the email. If you hadn't, let's take a look at it. I have it over here. Excuse me for looking off screen, but I have it all here on my computer. The first thing it says is we're getting a little more money for extra long pickups. And here's how it's going to work. They are going to be having a pickup threshold. All right, so the example they give is a 10-minute threshold. So if we are driving to a location and it takes us more than that threshold, we're going to start to earn more money. So for example, the other day, last week I was doing that video and I was commenting on how long it took me to get to the pickup point. And if my threshold had been 10 minutes and it took me 12 minutes, I would have gotten paid for the extra 2 minutes from the sound of it. It says the long pickup fees only apply to UberX and Uber Pool. And those fees are not eligible for surge or boost rates. It does say the maximum additional pickup for long, or the maximum fee for long pickups will be $20. It also says that we're going to be paid more for our wait time beyond 2 minutes. And then it said, to see your wait time, click here, and it's supposed to take you to your area, to your region, your market. I did it. All it did was show me a local map. I drive Wisconsin, so it showed me a map of Wisconsin. I couldn't find a way to find rates there. I was clicking, I was moving. All it showed me was a colored map, so I have no idea what those rates are. It could be that they are just not online yet, or it could be, surprise, surprise, Uber screwed up. It said they're going to start incorporating tolls right into the fees. Now, I thought that they were doing some of that already. They always claimed that they were including tolls. Now, Wisconsin is not a toll state, so the only time I've ever had tolls is when I do runs to Chicago, and I've never had success with it. I've had to submit to Uber to get my tolls. Sometimes they reimburse, sometimes they don't. We'll see what happens. In the past, they always said they would reimburse at the lowest rate, the rate that you get if you have a transponder. Well, I don't know about all of you. I do have a transponder, even though I don't live in Illinois. I travel to Chicago enough that I have one, and it reduces the rates, I think, by half for the Chicago area tolls. So, I don't know. Time will tell. I would love it if those of you who go through tolls more often can report back to us and let us know if the toll payment is taking hold. It said it plans to be available in all Uber cities by December of 2017. Uber Pool. Now, I don't do pools. They don't have it in my area, but I'll just tell you some of the things that this latest phase rollout says. On pool trips, you'll earn a fare for each additional pickup you make. When you drop off the last pool rider, you'll see the total pickup fares that you got from that. And again, it says it varies from city to city, from what I'm looking at here. The other thing it says is it's going to educate pool riders. That one seems a little goofy to me. I'll tell you what it says here. Before a rider can request a ride, it sounds like they only do this once, right? Before they can request their first ride, it'll show them a card with some of the basics. What to expect, that you're waiting in line for a pickup, that sort of thing. During their first pool tip, it'll show tips on being a great pool rider. Okay, call me a cynic, but do you think any pool riders really care? And after the first pool trip is complete, they'll send an email reminding them what's different about pool. So from what I'm reading, it's all one time only. It's after their initial ride. This one I really want to hear from you about. Leave your comments below. Do you think that's going to make a lick of difference with the average pool rider? The next thing it says about Pool is it will dispatch notifications to the Pool riders. Now, I was always under the impression that happens anyway. I don't drive for Pool, but they send notifications out with the regular UberX, right? When you're arriving, the rider is notified and so on. It says we'll dispatch your ride. When we dispatch your ride, we'll send a notification letting the rider know how far away you are. When you're 2 minutes away, we send another notification. They'll always be able to see your location as you arrive. I don't know, hasn't that been in Pool all the time? It's always been in the traditional rides, the UberX. Apparently, if not, it's coming now. Then it says it's changed the rating system. If you rate a rider with fewer than 5 stars, you can now provide a single reason with a single tap. Whether it's running late, their attitude, or other issues, we'll use your feedback to send constructive tips. All right, I'm sorry for laughing at this one. It sounds like the same thing they do with Eats, right? If you give the, I think it's a plus, the X instead of the check mark, then it'll give you a list of reasons why you are dissatisfied, and you can say, you know, the food's not ready, there was no parking, that kind of thing. So what it does is when you give out of their predetermined list, when you give an answer, a reason for rating them lower than 5, they'll send it to them. Constructive criticism. I'm sorry for my sarcasm, but really, do you think a Pool rider cares? Maybe they do. I don't know. Let me know down below. This next one kills me. It says, straighter routes. With our new improved routing system, you'll now have straighter routes with up to 20% fewer turns. Why didn't they do that in the first place? If they were giving you inefficient routes that had a lot of extra turns with no purpose, why were they doing it? Some of these, to send these out and be proud of them and say, this is what we're doing for you, I think it's almost embarrassing. You know, what they're doing is saying, we're just fixing what we should have done right in the first place. Am I wrong? With Pool, they're going to have suggested corner pickups and drop-offs. So there again, it's kind of nice, I guess, if they're going to try to route them to a different area where it's easier to pick them up. But I'm a little cynical about most people. I think most people really expect that door-to-door service, and how many of them are going to walk down the street to wait at a corner? You tell me. I don't know. As I said, I don't drive for Pool. I'm not real familiar with all the differences, but it seems to me that riders don't care too much about our convenience, do they? I mean, we can suggest they go to the corner. How many of them do you think will do it? 20%? 50%? 80%? Let me know down below. So that's it. I don't think this is anything groundbreaking. The biggest thing that I saw there was a little more extra money when we are waiting more than 2 minutes. Beyond that, this was a little uneventful. I don't know if putting out an email and proclaiming this is a great thing we did for October and our 180 days is all that great. What I did find interesting, is it said 180 days and beyond. I hope they mean it. I hope they're going to continue with these improvements on a regular basis and keep us informed. What do you think? You probably got the email. You probably read it. If not, you saw the highlights here. If I missed something significant, please leave it below. Otherwise, let me hear your thoughts. As you know, I love to read your comments. I love to get your feedback. I love it when you share my videos, give me the thumbs up, and particularly when you subscribe. I'm Mark with UberHints.com.